What's up guys, and welcome to the official Samsung Galaxy S20 day. The history has been made. Samsung's new beast is out. There are three models, but my eyes are set on the Galaxy S20 Ultra model, which is the direct competitor to the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So it's time to do a full comparison and talk about which one is actually worth your money in 2020. This is very important. I need you to understand that we're at this point where these companies are charging a lot for their expensive model. If we talk about the price, the Galaxy S20 Ultra is costing around $1,400, which is insane, whereas the iPhone 11 Pro Max starts at $1,100 and goes all the way up to $1,449, which is almost $1,500, the same price as the S20 Ultra. So pretty much it's safe to say that both phones will take your kidneys, so it's very important to choose the right one. So S20 Ultra versus the iPhone. First up, if we talk about the design, both phones have got these big cameras towards the left hand side. It started with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Samsung kind of followed it afterwards. I think both of them don't look that good compared to their previous versions as far as just the back look of the phone, but they do feel more normal, like you get used to it as you use it. Both have lost the headphone jack for good. Of course, Apple has been doing this for a while. Samsung has just joined the no jack army. Both are absolute heavyweights when it comes to the size and the weight. Galaxy S20 Ultra surprisingly is a little bit less heavier compared to the iPhone despite being bigger with its screen size. We've got premium materials such as glass and aluminum on both phones. Like, they really do justice to their price. No matter which phone you actually go for, you're gonna get the amazing premium feel. Now switching to the front, where Apple stuck to its 2017 notch design, Samsung has a middle punch hole with very minimal bezels. It's safe to say that display design wise, my preference is punch hole over the notch, and I think it's definitely better on Samsung's side. As for the display size, 6.9 inch for the S20 Ultra, which looks absolutely insane. The iPhone has a 6.5 inch Super Retina XDR display. Both are really high resolution displays, but the big deciding factor is going to be regarding the refresh rate. Samsung has dropped a 120Hz panel on the S20 Ultra versus 60Hz on the iPhone, so you'll have noticeably smooth transitions when moving around. Everything will feel a lot smoother, something Apple will do this year on the iPhone, but yeah, the current iPhone just doesn't have this. But what Apple does have is the edge over the performance as far as the benchmarks are concerned. So the Apple A13 chip is still the most powerful according to the benchmark compared to the Exynos 990 and the Snapdragon 865 on few of the S20 models in certain markets. But the difference doesn't translate into real life, so you're pretty much getting the same performance overall. Both will be extremely smooth when it comes to general usage and of course gaming performance wise. The difference, however, that will be there, I'm pretty sure, is when it comes to the RAM. So Samsung is offering 12GB of RAM as the base RAM configuration on all the Galaxy S20 models. With the S20 Ultra, you can go all the way up to 16 gigs of RAM. That is already so on an insane level compared to what Apple offers with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So it's still 4GB of RAM. And as I've used this phone for a couple of months, there have been times where it refreshes certain content when you're using multiple tasks. It still does suffer even with all that glorious iOS optimization. So for power users, for extreme multitaskers, Samsung will definitely pull off ahead. When it comes to software, we have iOS 13.3 on the iPhone 11 Pro Max versus the Android 10 based One UI 2.0. Now I personally love both. iOS is simple and elegant. Android on the other hand offers more customization. It can also be simple and elegant like iPhone. I like the One UI 2.0. It's specifically designed for big screen phones. Honestly, software wise, both are amazing. They both have their strong points. But where Apple pulls ahead is when it comes to the long-term usage. So Apple currently offers you like 4 years of minimum software support, whereas Samsung only offers 2 years at the moment. If you are someone who's going to use the phone for like 3-4 years, Samsung will definitely max out after 2 years, and that's where Apple does pull ahead. And as always, iPhones still have better resale value compared to Samsung, so these are some of the strong points that you still get with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. The S20 Ultra rocks a improved ultrasonic fingerprint scanner compared compared to the previous Galaxy S10 family, whereas the iPhone comes with a 3D facial scanner. Which one is better? Well, in my opinion, I would say iPhone is more convenient. I mean, you don't have to place your finger anywhere, it just unlocks. Sometimes I don't have to touch my phone to unlock the device, and it's really convenient at times, and at some times it just doesn't work. So I would say like 98% of the time it works. On the other hand, the S20 Ultra's ultrasonic fingerprint scanner allows it to have a very slim bezels and not have any notch or anything big for that 3D sensors to be at. So you get a better design and a better fingerprint scanner. I think it's gonna be users' preference. Overall, both will do a great job as far as usage and security. The iPhone is holding up pretty good comparison wise compared to S20 Ultra, but where things get insane is when it comes to the camera. So up till now, iPhone 11 Pro Max offers probably the best camera on the table, especially when it comes to the video on any smartphone. Samsung kinda accepted the challenge and brought a beast on the table. We have a 108 megapixel main camera lens on the Galaxy S20 Ultra versus 12 megapixel sensor on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. It's not just the 108 megapixel sensor, it also has a probably the biggest camera sensor size of any smartphone. That will help S20 Ultra to produce some amazing low light photos, pretty sharp low light photos. We have a 48 megapixel telephoto lens that produces 10x lossless zoom and up to 100x digital zoom, whereas you only get 2x optical zoom on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So really, for zoom lovers, there's just not any comparison. The only camera sensor where I think these phones have even match is around the ultra wide angle lens. So both are rocking 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. The S20 Ultra also offers a fourth depth sensor for those depth sensing images. When it comes to the videos, both phones are king of 4K video recording. I mean, Apple is really good at it, but Samsung has pushed the boundaries even further with 8K 30 FPS unlock. Yes, this is first time on a smartphone, and it really does show you the quality and the sharpness that you get because you're recording at such high resolution, which is something that you just cannot do on the iPhone. When it comes to the front camera, we have 40 megapixel on the S20 Ultra versus 12 on the iPhone. Both can do 4K 60 FPS. Once again, Samsung can bring sharper selfies to the table when it comes to the good lighting conditions. Again, we'll see how much of a difference there is in the real life camera test. But all in all, on paper, the Galaxy S20 Ultra looks massively overpowered versus the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and that difference really is because of the megapixel size and the new sensor size. Samsung will be better with this sharpness, especially in low light. iPhone takes some amazing photos, but like I said, specs wise, Samsung is just on another league. Now, battery wise, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is one of the, if not the best battery life phone on the market. It won the last two battery drain tests that I did. Samsung is now bringing 5000 mAh battery size for the Ultra model, and it promises 1 day of battery. The extra 1000 mAh battery on the Ultra can definitely beat the iPhone when it comes to being on 60Hz display, but at 120Hz, I think the result will be similar. But regardless, both phones have enough juice to actually last you a full day. We're just at this point where smartphones are too good when it comes to battery, especially the flagship phone. So all in all, based on the current state of comparison, at $1,400, the Galaxy S20 Ultra is just too overpowered for the iPhone. Things like high refresh rate, high resolution cameras, incredible zoom level are the strongest points that will definitely be a problem for the iPhone 11 Pro Max, something that Apple cannot counter until iPhone 12 comes out because this phone just doesn't have that. You can save like $300 if you go for the very base iPhone model, but then again, you get 64GB of internal memory. And really, if you're spending that much money at that price, I think $200-300 won't make that much difference. This time around, Samsung is just too overpowered. So these were my thoughts regarding the Galaxy S20 Ultra versus the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Again, I'll be doing my battery drain test, speed test, as well as a camera test really soon when I do get my hands on the beast. And yeah, until then, drop a comment below. What are your thoughts regarding the Galaxy S20 Ultra versus the iPhone 11 Pro Max? And also, don't forget to check out the link in the description for the Galaxy Buds Plus giveaway, which I'm doing right now. I'll be announcing the winner regarding that on 9th March. So stay tuned for all the coverage regarding the Galaxy S20 family. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.